Okay, folks, this is take two on 3/25/2018, and the title of this episode, or extra edition for you, is the Swan Song of one Harry Peterson, uh, retired chairman of the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee for the Rowland Unified School District, who had typed up a four-page document for his swan song, describing what he has gone through over the past several years as the Bond Oversight Committee chairman for the Rowland Unified School District. And as why I'm bringing this up, because one, due to the fact that at all of the meetings, particularly this one, there were no microphones available. They had actually reconfigured the meeting room and turned the tables so that to make sure the backs were to the camera and as far away from the microphone on the camera as possible. And also, Alex Flores took it upon to come and harass me regarding the location of my camera. I had to go all the way, instead of moving up one chair level into a room that has never had but I got to take it back. I think John Grant showed up one time for the Bond Oversight Committee meeting, and I had to go all the way to the back. That's okay. I have a long lens, okay? And then we had Dennis Bixler come out and harass me, thinking, well, between the two of them, that I would say something or do something that they would get me banned, okay? Sorry about that, guys. You failed your mission on your attack dog effort there. So also, when everybody was handed this swan song here, and then Alex Flores just ignored it, so yada yada. And then also might note that David Malkin, the school board's liaison for the Bond Oversight Committee, was present, as well as Lynn Ebenkamp. Boo! What's going on here? Okay, so I'm going to read this to you because Harry says, no more time for the Rowland Unified School District, and he has other things to do, and he has some health issues he's dealing with. So I'm going to read this. I hope I don't stumble too many times, but this deserves to be put out there for everybody to hear. Okay, this is on 3/13/2018 meeting comments by Harry Peterson. Time and effort. I have received many compliments about the time and effort I have put into the Bond Oversight Committee, but whatever time you think I have devoted, you probably need to double or triple it. In addition to the time spent reading all of the CalBOC, that's California Bond Oversight Committee organization, and West Custer County school board situation where they had a huge grand jury investigation talking about corruption and so forth, training documents, and watching the training videos. I have spent countless hours researching and reviewing the bylaws and agendas, meetings, minutes of meetings, and annual reports and annual audits of other school districts. If I also added all the hours I have spent meeting with and communicating with community members, it would add up to many more work days. So, yes, I accept the compliments for my time and effort, but I also, in fact, that those efforts have failed to produce the significant positive results or correct some major problems. Proposition 39. Some have asserted the Bond Oversight Committees are a public relations ploy designed to make bond passage easier while giving the committees no real power. Others have asserted that the district should enhance the independence of oversight committees and thus the credibility of the committee and the district's standing in the eyes of the public. First paragraph, CalBOC training document. Calling it a ploy is an understatement. I call it a charade. And if committee members do not make a reasonable effort to employ what little power they do have, then they are contributing to the charade. They are helping to fool the public. Did you hear that, folks? I'll repeat that. They are helping to fool the public. The problems are committee members do not have the training they need, and there is no requirement for them to be trained. It is not the responsibility of the school district, the committee chairman, and anybody else to educate the members of about Proposition 39 or any related bond measures. Each member must take the opportunity to participate and educate themselves on the subjects. If CBOC, that's Bond Oversight Committee members, do not have the time or are not willing to commit what little time it takes to read the first 3 CalBOC training documents, then I recommend they move over and make room for somebody who is willing. Just read the first 3 CalBOC training documents, and you will know 75% of everything you need to know, and most of what I am trying to tell you right now. If you do want even more training, documents and videos, you should review the Westchester County School website. The documents will tell you that it is your job for gathering information on how taxpayers' money is being spent and make reports to the public. This school district could also get some good ideas on how to support the committee by reviewing the CBOC annual reports. Agenda. The committee members seldom, if ever, talk about future agendas. It's not on the agenda to talk about the agenda. The district has simply hijacked the whole process. The fact is, I'll repeat that, the district simply hijacked the whole process. In fact, the fact is, the district illegally refused to honor my request, that's a request of Harry Peterson, to put my final recommendations on today's agenda. The fact is, all agenda items, including guest speakers, should be committee request. It is not the district's job or even suggest agenda items. The following are some recommendations for items that could be put on every agenda: current and past projects, ongoing training and discussion, future agenda, progress reports, annual audit subcommittee, annual bond oversight committee report subcommittee. The committee should have access to the bond oversight web pages. The district should not have the authority to approve or reject any materials the Bond Oversight Committee requests to be posted on its website. The annual report. When thinking about how the Bond Oversight Committee members in the past received emails about unscheduled meetings that essentially said, "Good news. We have scheduled a meeting at this time and date, and you will be writing your annual report, and you will deliver the report at the next school board meeting." I could not find words to describe that situation, and then one day a word popped into my head, and I thought, that's not appropriate. I should not use that word, but no matter how hard I tried, the word just wouldn't go away. The word is shameful. And I'll repeat that. Harry states, and I quote, "The word is shameful." I found it shameful to have an independent bond oversight committee told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I found the meeting itself to be a shameful free-for-all when the loudest and most assertive persons dictate most of the report, and that Alex also participated in the meeting and was influential, having the committee come to some wrong conclusions. I found it so shameful that the report contained so many inaccurate statements. I did not want to deliver the report. Okay, folks, a little pause here. Let's see if to the public. I, however, reluctantly agreed to deliver the only part without errors, the opening statement. We respectfully disagree. 2 or 3 years ago, that's Harry. 2 or 3 years ago, I was very impressed with the district's interest and willingness to make improvements, and while we were very much in agreement on most issues, and while some improvements were made, we were never in agreement on who was in charge and who the CO, the Bond Oversight Committee, reported to. Alex Flores, Assistant Superintendent, was fond of saying, "We respectfully disagree." That's like telling you, "Get screwed." I shouldn't be doing this editorial stuff. I apologize, Harry. It was and still is his position that the district is in charge of the Bond Oversight Committee and the committee reports to the district. So I challenge anybody and everybody here right now at the meeting to show me what gives the district that authority. There is nothing in the California Constitution or any education code that gives them that authority. They have simply hijacked all control, all independence, and all self-respect from the Bond Oversight Committee. Why should the Bond Oversight Committee respect the district's wrong position? What about respect for the committee members and the committee's independence? Parting gift. So this is my parting gift to the Bond Oversight Committee members. The opportunity for members to participate on the committee without unnecessary constraints. The opportunity to take pride in the fact that you are a member of a truly independent Bond Oversight Committee. In order to receive this gift, the committee members must take this gift and tightly hang on to it. Stop allowing the district to hijack control of the committee. I also offer a parting gift to the school district, the opportunity to participate in enhancing the independence of the Oversight Committee and thus credibility of the committee and the district standing in the eyes of the community. Change orders. My understanding of the reason why change orders exceeded the 10% limit was the school attorney provided the wrong opinion. Is there a signed or dated written opinion or just verbal? So we are supposed to believe the attorney got it wrong, the school board got it wrong, and the district superintendent got it wrong, or superintendents. Administrative services and accounting got it wrong. The highly paid construction managers got it wrong. And finally, the primary contractor all got it wrong. So when the 10% was maximum exceeded, who was in charge of each position? Oh, by the way, the community activist got it right. And I'll repeat that because I like that. The community activist got it right. We really must get rid of these people. Speaking of community activists, I did not learn about the West Costa County School District's website or the Calbach website, the Little Hoover report, or to navigate the Rowland Heights website from past or current Bond Oversight Committee members, and not from anybody in the district. I learned all of this from the community activist. Did you hear that, folks? Community activist. I won't tell you who they are. Also, about a year ago, I noticed the board was scheduled to approve change orders 1 through 6. During the next meeting, there was no financial impact because the work had already been performed. So now it appears that to me that the work was done and paid for without any board approval. Who was in charge? Who did that? How did this happen? These problems should not be forgotten about. They should be thoroughly investigated and reported to the public. A grand jury investigation should be considered. I'll repeat that. A grand jury investigation should be considered. Also, about a year ago, there was a discussion on the board meeting, and one board member wanted to make sure that the money from the energy efficiency program was spent on schools that need it most. The list was Santana, Northam, Villa Corta, and Hurley. One of these schools' campuses was reportedly to still have swamp coolers. If you don't know what a swamp cooler is, that's just they put water in there and got this whirligig in there throwing out humidified water, or humidified air, excuse me. How is this possible? The 2006 Measure R was supposed to include the following: repair, replace, and or upgrade mechanical HVAC systems, repair, replace, and upgrade energy management systems, building insulation, lighting, interior, exterior. That is what the voters approved, and that it is just another example of the Bond Oversight Committee should have done and still be investigated and reported to the public. The fact is, the delivery of the annual audit at this meeting is disrespectful to this committee and in violation of law that says the bond audits will be delivered to the school board and the Bond Oversight Committee at the same time. The public has the right to know. I'll repeat that. The public has a right to know these facts, and they should be included in reports to the public. Okay, that's the end of Harry's report, and I apologize for if it's stumbling around a little bit there, but you see Julie Mitchell, superintendent, Alex Flores, and your board. I mentioned the names of David Malkin, Angelina Pride, Donna Friedman, Carrie Chun, and Lynn Ebenkamp do not want this information out to you. Harry's been doing this job for what, 3-4 years, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And this is the respect that there was no applause. And if you look at the video, I'm the one doing why am I doing the videos? Because this district is so primordially fearful of transparency that you know what's going on. And what has gone on, as Harry pointed out from the 2006 bond, they don't want you to know. Okay? They just want you. Angelina Pride, don't look back, man. Look out there. Oh, look at all the roses, so forth. Stuff like that. Now, I'm going to cut this off right over at 18:59. But you know something, folks? You deserve, take the time, go over this again, because, again, I just read to you with some emphasis on certain things, and perhaps not smoothly in some areas, but it's worth for you to know what is going on. The district doesn't want you to know. Okay? I will stop this 19 minutes and 30 seconds and get it out.